You mean second wife?
I approve of second wives, especially in Pakistan, but with the condition, number one, you don't do it secretly. You tell her, I'm taking a second wife, and, do it properly, above board, nothing through the back door, nothing, and she's Salafi. So you don't just marry her, say, well, she's beautiful and I'm going to marry her. She has to be of the same caliber religiously as the first wife in religion. She might be more beautiful, no problem. That's okay. And you must have the ability to provide for her. First one, your father, because you're young, your father will help you, your family will help you. Second one, that's you. That's like luxury. First one is necessity, second one is luxury. Alright, so when you're marrying the second one, it's not because you need another wife, you just want another wife. Right, because it's, you want another beautiful woman in your life, no problem, it's allowed. Shar'an. Provide for her, look after her, make sure that she's Salafi, and keep it above board, and tell the first wife, inform her, give her time to get used to it, which means good culture. What happens in, not just in Pakistan, in many places around the world, they keep the first wife ignorant. So she doesn't learn the deen, she doesn't know anything about the sunnah. They just say, bas andi paga the hijab laga. That's what it is. She can cook, and when she leaves the house she wears the hijab, but actually she has no knowledge of the Sharia. So therefore, when you come to this woman with a second wife, she doesn't understand what you're doing. Because she's got a phone in her hand, she's got YouTube, she's got social media, she wants to be the only one. Right? So make sure that you're providing for the first one. The first one has good religious tarbiyah. You're looking after her. Then you can go and look for a second wife. And no one should stop that man. And especially in a Muslim country. It's ajib that sometimes you hear of stories in Pakistan where it's harder to take a second wife for some men in Pakistan than it is in UK. Than it is in the UK. And that shouldn't be the case. In a Muslim country it should be easier. Why? Because the law is on your side. Do they still have this first wife permission law?
I think so.
Then you need to do that as well. Don't do anything illegal either. So get the legal side done, which means your first wife has to sign, which means that your mind must be switched on. So from the time that you marry her, you have to give her good tarbiyah. The worst thing that you can do to a woman is every day you come home and you say to her, "Main dusri karunga. Main dusri karunga." She will not like you. Over a period of time, in her heart there's going to be a certain amount of nafrat for you, that this man, I'm the one cooking, I'm the one ironing, I'm the one cleaning, I'm the one raising the children. Every day he's coming home, "Main dusri karunga, dusri karunga, dusri karunga." Jao dusri kare, take me to my father. And women do that in Pakistan. Well, they do that in England as well, to be fair. So the man has to have some common sense and some wisdom. The woman, she's made from the rib of Adam. So there's some crookedness in her, but it's actually, to a degree, it's understandable why a woman would be offended that every week, even if it is once a week, every week she knows, okay, it's that time of week now. Yeah, dusri wife ki baat shuru. Yeah, you don't have to do that to a woman. If she's attending durus, she loves the sunnah, she loves Salafiyyah, she reads the seerah of Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam. So you are sitting with her, you are studying the deen with her, and you're reading the seerah of Rasulullah. Yeah, those stories, they're going to be in there. Khadeejah, Aisha, Sauda, all of that, Habiba, Safiya, even the jealousies between the wives of Salama and so on, they are present in the seerah of Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam. She's reading it. You're not talking about it because you don't have to talk it. She knows this is the life of Rasulullah. Then she learns about Ali. She learns about Mughira ibn Shu'bah. She learns about some of the other Sahābah that had more wives. So slowly, this tarbiyah is coming into her naturally. So you don't have to say anything. Right? Now, you treat her well. You give her enough affection and good conditioning that she understands, this man, for me, I love him, I care for him, but also he's my provider, he's my protector. So you don't say, you go on holiday aap yahan ja rahe hain, wahan ja rahe hain, you just drop her off at her mother's. Because now you're giving her somewhere else to go to, where in reality ye aapka kaam hai. When you go somewhere, as much as possible take her with you. So now when you take a second, when you go to her eventually, say, bas main soch raha tha, you know, I've been married to you for 2, 3 years, 4 years, jo bhi hai, 20 saal even, 20 years, and I think, you know, I'm interested in taking a second wife. Obviously she's not going to be happy, but because the tarbiyah is good, the reaction won't be too bad. She'll say, please don't do it. Is there any kami in me? If there's any kami in me, I'll fix it. Jo imperfect hai, main koshish karungi, ye karungi, wo karungi. So now you have to give her tasalli. It's got nothing to do with you, because 9 times out of 10 it's got nothing to do with her. This is the man wanting a second wife. So now you make her feel comfortable. I'm not going to leave you. I'm still going to provide for you. I've been protecting you all of these years. Main aapka ruk after nahi kiya. Of course I have. Main nahi chhodunga. Even I've travelled, you've been with me. I've gone to Umrah, you came with me. I went to Karachi, you came with me. I went to Murray, you came with me. When I go to my father, you come with me. I'm with you all the time. But if I take a second wife, then Allah has given me the right. So please itraz nahi karna. Don't make it hard. Make it easy for me. And I'm not going to do it tomorrow. I'm just being honest with you. And I'm not going to talk about it with you every day. Inshallah, if something comes in the way, I'm not going to marry anyone except a Salafi woman. And I'm not marrying her because she's better than you. I'm not doing it for that reason. Inshallah, if you've given her that tarbiyah, that's why when you choose your wife, the first one, you have to make the right choice. Because if she's a problem in the beginning, then everything else will be a problem. So yeah, second wife is no problem, especially in Pakistan. Kyun nahi? No woman should object to that. You know, inshallah. And if they are, you know, even if there's children involved, you're not going to, you know, remember the sharing with the other wives is nights, it's not days. Din mein, the man, he's in his own business. He's doing work, or he's in the field, or he's building houses. You know, whatever his business is, he's going to do that in the daytime anyway. So that doesn't change. And if he has to visit his children, because he has to take them to school, drop them off, the second wife can't say anything. Because for you is the nights. Jo din hai, they're my days. So I have responsibility I have 4 children with her, I have no children with you. So in the day, I'm going to take them to school, pick them up from school, I'm going to get them their food, I have to get all the shopping for them. So in the day, don't bother me. In the night, after Isha, then I'm with you till Fajr. And even after Fajr, I don't mind, up until breakfast, and you know, one day I'll eat with you, one day I'll eat with her, no problem. Ideal life. Nothing wrong with it. As long as you can afford it, why not? Then take a third. Then take a fourth. If you're wealthy, why not? Take 2, 3. There's so many women in Pakistan that a man can marry, and they're looking for good men. And when they marry you, inshallah they're Salafi, even before the marriage. After marrying you, now you're bringing more children into Salafiyyah. Is it going to be expensive? Yes, it is, but that's the choice you make. Because a second wife is double the economics.
Yeah.
Rent.
2 is better than 1.
Yeah, 2 is always better. Well, in most cases 2 is better than 1, but 4 is better than 2.
Yeah.
Yes.
Suppose there's a man, he wants another wife.
Yeah.
So obviously he needs to be more rich.
Yeah.
Yani, so is it against hikmah?
Well, I don't know. I mean, rich is very relative. I mean, unless you are genuinely a multi-millionaire in dollars, not in rupees. I think most people are millionaires in rupees. But if he's genuinely a millionaire, he can tell her, I can look after you and I'm fairly comfortable. No, huh?
Crorepati yahan pe chalta hai.
Gold, yeah, crorepati, yeah.
दूधपति भी चलता है टाइम.
So the point is here that women generally are attracted to worldly things. So if the asal is deen, Salafiyyah and Sunnah, even a woman who likes Salafiyyah and Sunnah and she's practicing and she's worshipping Allah, if she was given a man who's poor and Salafi and rich and Salafi, who's she going to choose?
Rich.
Rich one. Of course.
Hadith bhi to hai,
And that's why there's no harm in her doing that, because that's her haqq. Because she knows from her fitrah, this is something built into her. If I marry a man who has some wealth, he's going to provide for me and my children. Why? Because she knows from her fitrah, I can't earn. If I have children, I need someone to give me wealth. I need someone to put clothes on my back. I need someone to put my children into bed. I can't do it. So if I marry a poor man, and he's Salafi, and he's a worshipper of Allah, and I marry a Salafi exactly the same, but he's rich, I would prefer that one, because I can have many children with him, and he will look after my children. This is built into women by nature. However, if the Salafi is poor, and he's good, and he's talib ilm, and he's a worshipper of Allah, and he fears Allah, and the rich Salafi, he's Salafi, but he watches movies, listens to music, but he's Salafi, and he's on Tawheed, he prays 5 times a day, then she should choose the poor Salafi. Why? Because he will be better to her children, even with his little wealth. Because this one, he's rich, he's going to watch movies with your children, and he's going to put your children into music. So in this situation, the poorer Salafi is better than the rich Salafi. But if all things are equal, he's talib al-ilm, he's talib ilm. Right? He's a worshipper of Allah, he's a worshipper of Allah. He's 6 foot, he's 6 foot. Women look at height. Right? That's not for seeing.
Burj Khalifa.
We're stuck. We're a bit. Right? But, let's say he's 6 foot and he's good looking, but this one's rich. But they're both the same in terms of character, adab, ibadah, talab ilm. She'll choose the rich one. Because she's programmed like that. Most women are programmed like that. She's not going to go for the poor one. And you wouldn't either. If you had 2 women like that, you'd go for the one who is wealthier. As long as they are the same in Salafiyyah. That's natural.
Hadith bhi to hai, Shaykh Muawiyah radhiyallahu anhu.
Muawiyah, yeah, Sahih. Muawiyah, he can't afford. And Jaham is...
The rival in
right.